Good day, this is your Bold Report and I'm dkbold. Now this is a part 2 of our series on how to find money for your business, and I'm going through a review of Inc. Magazine's top 10 list, and we did part 1 was 1 through 5, and now part 2 will knock out the last 5 on this list. Now number 6 that comes up is a tried and true one. It's called angel funding, and there's some challenges with angel funding, and I'm going to do a video specific, actually an entire instruction on how to work with angels and how to find the angels first and foremost, as well as then what it takes to get money from them. This is a great way to get started. However, it is not an easy one. They can be very difficult to deal with. It can be challenging to find them. You can also, many times you can find groups, they're out there, but finding the right one, some angels like certain things, some angels don't like other things. So there's some things to play on, and there's some key pieces on how you even approach that entire process. So look for other videos on that subject, but in the meantime, that is a great way. Now number 7 on their list is securing an SBA loan. Now, I'm laughing again, as you can see, if you saw the first one, bank loans. SBA loans are not much better and probably not that much easier. There is a benefit. There is some security based from the Small Business Administration that allows the bank to have a little bit more leverage, if you will, in the case of a default, but you're still going through the bank process. So, do you have to have great credit? Yeah, you probably do. And more importantly, you need to have some assets. This is one of those where, hey, if you're looking for startup money and you need $10,000 and you got $10 in your pocket, not going to play. If you're looking for $50,000 or $100,000 and you've got, a nice house that's half paid off, you've got some other retirement funds and those kind of things, yeah, you've got to play there. So definitely something to keep in mind. You apply still through a bank, and then you apply for an SBA loan, and it all goes through the bank and they handle the paperwork. So number 8 on that is the tried and true, and in my opinion the number 1 way for finding money is what I call F cubed, and that's friends, family, and fools. So you want to go to all your friends, you want to go to your family, you want to go to people that know you and hopefully believe in you, in your business and your business idea. And they're the ones that it's not uncommon to start with getting a few $100s, maybe a few thousand, maybe even possibly if you have a wealthy person in that family that believes enough, maybe even wants to take a small vested interest in the process, maybe help with some management, maybe even get tens of thousands of dollars. But definitely a way to go, and one of the first ways to look at for raising capital for your business. So number 9 on the list is get a microloan. Now these are a little bit different than going to the bank, where the bank you're trying to get typically tens of thousands to potentially hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for your business. In this case, you're only looking for maybe a few thousand, possibly upwards of a 10,000, but typically microloans are relatively small, and they don't have as long of life cycle, meaning you're not going to be paying on these for 5 years or 10 years or anything like that. Typically it's only a few years, maybe even a few months, but it's a way for you to get started, and they're a little more lenient on the requirements as far as being able to secure these types of loans. Great resources, and I'll post some of these resources available at my primary website, dkbold.com. Just look for the Bold Report section there. And number 10 on the list is factoring of accounts receivable. Now I'm going to do a whole video on just this subject, but this is where companies will come in, financial companies will come in, and they will buy your receivables. So if you've sold products, $20,000 worth of product, and you're waiting for that net 30, net 45, net 15, whatever your terms are, and you're waiting for that receivable to be paid on, the factor will come in and they will pay you literally 24 to 48 hours after that receivable has been in place, and you'll suddenly have about 80% of the value of what's left on the receivable. Now, this can be a fantastic way to keep things going, and in many ways, where companies have a lot of churn, meaning very transactional, and you have a lot of churn, this can be a great way of funding that business and to help it grow, because you can expand without the necessity of going after bank loans. And the requirements are nothing like getting, I shouldn't say nothing, but not anything like getting a bank loan, and so can be much more lucrative. It's really more based on your business and the receivables that you're doing. Well, that finishes up our Finding Money segment. I hope you've enjoyed it here with the Bold Report. Again, I'm DK Bold, and as always, find your passions.